Alright, this is a monumental video, a good video. What we have is we finally have the AC compressor and condenser that we're going to put inside the bus. So it's the mini split system that we bought, but it's a ducted mini split. So what we need to build in this video is the plenum for the air that's going to come out, and then the plenum for the air intake that's going to suck all the air into the AC unit itself. But before we put the AC unit in the roof here, I want to flip it so that the air intake is underneath and not on the back. Flipping it from, this is the back side, to underneath. Alright, so the unit is finally mounted. It's mounted up there, not going anywhere. Now the next thing we need to do is build the plenum that's going to go from here, probably about halfway, and then that's where all of the ductwork is going to come off of. So the first thing with building the plenum, we can make it out of cardboard. We're going to probably angle it up, angle this up, and then angle it outward on both sides so that we can fit four 4-inch tubing along the front, and then one on the side, and then two underneath that are going to come out for the bedroom itself. This will be the plenum, so 3 inches, and then it meets the top of this bar, and then that'll go straight across for 6 inches, and then the front is 5.5, and the bottom of this lines up perfectly with the bottom of this, which will be the ceiling. And we'll have two 4-inch openings there for the bedroom, and then it goes back down. So I just have to map out the sides, and then we can kind of cut it out of the sheet metal. Alright, so that was a template, and this is the plenum that I made using the brake outside, and we need to fit it up there. Okay, it's a new day, and last night I made the kind of structure of the plenum. I just have to make the two sides. I did make one side, so that'll go up there against there and get screwed in, and then I just got to do one for the other side. So this is the break that I was talking about before that I created the plenum by bending the metal. So what you do is you slide the metal in, line it up, clamp the back end down, and then you just kind of pull up the front and it bends the metal. Alright, so we have the AC unit, and then this is the plenum that you saw on the inside. And I have these two side pieces that we're gonna actually finally attach. So they'll go on here, this one, and then we'll do the other side. We'll screw them in, and then we can drill the holes on the sides, and then in the front for all the ductwork. So I'm doing 4 up top here, and I have this just paint can, and it's 4 inches wide. So I'm gonna do these side pieces first, or these ones on the end here, so that I can start to cut those, and then I'll move my way in. Those will be the 6 holes, 1, 4, and then that one. So that's one in, and then we'll screw it down on these pegs, and then yeah, we'll start cutting the other ones. I'm gonna take this one out just so it's easier to cut the rest of these. Alright, so I got all of the 6 4-inch holes cut out, and then the next thing is putting all of these into the openings and then securing them down with some screws. Alright, so now that all of them are in and secure, I'm going to do some sealant from the inside, but on the outside, all here, I'm going to use some reflective tape that's made for the ductwork. Alright, although it doesn't look the prettiest, it is complete. and put together and taped up. So the next thing we need to do is put it on to the AC unit. Put it the right way. So now that I slid it on, I needed to screw it down, and then after I screwed it down, I did add some more of the reflective tape to make sure there was no gaps around that one edge. So here's me putting it back up in the bus. This is hopefully for the last time that we're putting it back up and mounting it, because the thing is getting quite heavy after a few attempts of putting it up. It's not going anywhere. That's secured in there, as you can see, and then I taped around the edge here. Now I actually have to build this back wall before I can kind of do anything else. So here's the back wall. I built it rather quickly out of 2x3s, and I did leave some openings on the sides here so that we can access it from the back as a garage. And you can see I left some open spaces up top. I need a frame around there to make some cabinets. And then right here in the center, this is where the air intake plenum is going to be. So I'm just cutting it out of the extra sheet metal that I do have. This is the long piece that I'm going to fold up into the plenum. Here I am, I'm using the break again, and I'm just breaking it to the size that I need it. I believe it was 24 by 6 inches, and then the opening at the end, I made it so that I could use a 12-inch by 24-inch filter. After it was all done and made and taped up, I was able to slide it into place and secure it into the wall and then into the actual AC unit itself. That is it all sealed up. You can see in between there, that's sealed up. Right here, I can't really seal it because this piece is the piece that comes off for the electrical. So once I hook up the electrical, I can put this piece back on and then fully seal this. So that's the final product for this. We have the intake here, take in the air, go through the AC unit, and then blow it out. There's these 4 openings here, 4 4-inch, 1 4-inch on that side, 1 4-inch on that side, and then underneath, I'm not sure if it's gonna be 1 6-inch or 2 4-inch that will deplete into the bedroom back here. That whole project is done. Next week we're gonna actually run the ductwork and we're gonna hook up the outside condenser and actually test this whole AC and heat system inside the bus to make sure everything works before we start putting the walls up, cabinets, and everything else. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video.